Hello everyone, this is Kosher Bacon. Welcome back to Stoneblock. Oh yeah. Okay, so I've done some stuff off camera. Mostly just did some of the quests that I wasn't able to get to earlier. I've done a lot of these power generation ones. I need Nether stores for this and I don't have that automated yet. We already did all of these. Finished up the RS quests. It was just these storage cells. Finally got both drawer keys that I needed. I needed to get both of these at the same time. That's why the drawer key wasn't detecting. Hold on. I wish the backspace or something worked with this. Got all the upgrades. Got the black hole units. So those required plastic to make. So let me go show off that real quick. So in order to get plastic, you can either get one of the IC2 rubber tree saplings, or you can go the industrial forge going route, which is where you get a tree fluid extractor, place it next to a grown tree. That produces latex. Pump that into the latex processing unit, feed it water and power. It produces this tiny dry rubber. Yep. Well, that's not what it was supposed to do, but whatever. And from that, you can craft 9 of those together into some dry rubber and smelt that, and that makes plastic. I made enough plastic from the latex processing units that I could make a rubber tree seed, or a rubber seed, my bad, which we now have coming in over here. Yeah, the rubber seeds for mystical agriculture. So this can be used to turn into either of the 2 types of rubber. As far as I'm aware, this is ore dictionary to this. And this is used in more recipes, so there's no reason to craft these whatsoever, because you can use the regular plastic for the IC2 recipes. Figured I'd show that off. So, I did a bunch of quests, so we have a ton of loot bags to open. So let's start off the episode with so much loot. I don't even know how to loot. Blacker Lotus, upgrades for IC2 machines, an Invar hammer. That would have been helpful early on. That's garbage. Oh, good, backup goggles. The rest of these are garbage. More upgrades. Another Invar hammer. Getting tons of hammers. More backup goggles. 64K storage discs. I crafted one of them myself for the quest, so that's cool. Set this to priority 1. We haven't even filled up one of them yet, although we're getting there. We're definitely going to start getting there once we finish our processing and get tons more stuff going. More backup goggles. I'm so happy about these. I mean, I'm hoping for like a neutronium block or something crazy, but magma skin. Rod of the sifting crust. That is shifting, yeah, not sifting. Shifting crust. That's not bad. That's an exchanger, but it uses mana. More storage discs, okay. I mean, don't get me wrong, these things are a pain to make, and I like having them. Another hammer. Mining area of effect charm. That's going to be pretty worthless because we're not using those. More lithium. It's not EMCable, so we might want that one day. Some more flux ducts. Some more viaducts. I mean, those aren't bad. I'm just never going to use them. Tier 3 chance pendant. Sure, why not? Alright, cool. So much random stuff now. Alrighty then. So, speaking of the void miners, let me show you what I did here. I have constructed 2 more in addition to our current 2 void ore miners. Plus we got the void resource miner that's still running. It's got the white lens, so it's focusing on mica, diorite, and marble. As a matter of fact, yeah. Is there anything else? Not the ore miner, the resource. Diorite, white terracotta, marble. So it prefers that. Right now these are disabled because the power draw was actually starting to be too much for us. That's right. This extreme reactor is starting to not keep up, which isn't great. Fortunately, when I built this thing, I knew full well I was going to expand it. Like, I planned to expand this. So, we might do that later. For right now, I'm going to leave it alone, because it's actually still pretty good, and now that those are shut off, this is filling back up again. But yeah, you could see our power draw was getting pretty bad. So we're going to look at that in the future. Is there any other quests I want to do? I wanted to, off-camera, make a crafter system that, because last episode I showed off how we could use the RS crafters to automate machine processing. Like, we could teach it that you can smelt cobblestone into smoothstone, that sort of thing. I also have a setup over here a Fortune 3 diamond sieve mesh, because I needed gas tiers. Actually, do I have enough tiers now? I've got them. You know what we can do with these? We can respawn the Ender Dragon and collect his breath. Also, it's used for the mob imprisonment tool, which is the safari net of the MFR. Where is it? There it is. Do I have all the stuffs? We do. Do these have EMC? They do. Okay, so we're also going to want bottles. So you know what? Let's go fight the Ender Dragon. Let's see, am I going to want anything else? Probably not. You know, I realized we now should have access to the End Islands. Like, that sort of thing. Here, let's go through. I don't think I showed it on camera, but I do have a way of getting out of here if we get trapped in another dimension or something, which I should have used last time, but that's fine. I crafted up the transporter, and we got a resonant one so we can transport across dimensions and stuff. So let me just check. Yeah, we do have a portal to the Outer End Islands, should we want to use it. I can't imagine we'll want to. There's nothing over there that we can't just make for ourselves, except maybe elytra. But that's not on-camera stuff. I'm so happy Vanilla added in a way to do it, because the Draconic Evolution method of respawning the dragon was a little annoying. You needed to get mob souls to make a dragon thingy. I don't know. Like, this also looks pretty cool. Think about it. It looks awesome. It's respawning the crystals. They're all focusing their energies together to make a really loud dragon. No, I'm just gonna give it a second. Okay. I saw he fired a thing at me. Yeah, music and sound. Set this down to... Well, we had it at 50. Let's just... Yeah, he's loud. We fire explosive arrows because we empowered the crystal, so... Not the crystal, the quiver. So I'm not even bothering. Just boop, 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 boop. That one didn't hit for some reason. Don't even need to be precise with this thing. Yeah, that's almost all of them. When we get to the Chaos Guardian, it might get a little harder, but right now this guy's easy. Yeah, this bow makes things way too easy. This isn't even a Draconic bow, this is just the Flux-infused one. I imagine it's consuming a lot of power per shot. Like, I imagine that's the balance, but balancing around power really isn't great. Oh, because it's an explosive, it doesn't even count. Oh wait, I didn't get the breath. No! Oh, I'm dumb. I am so dumb. Got this Ender Rare, but I didn't get the breath. Grr. Do you ever be so dumb that you're so dumb your dumbness surprises you? That was me right now. That's the entire reason I came here. I don't need another heart and egg. I guess we'll just have to respawn the dragon again. Cool. Anyways, let's go through. Come on, loading screen. Yep, and we're back. Oh, cool. It spawned us in our bed this time. In case you're wondering how I just ate so fast, I have constructed a gluttony charm from Dark Utilities, so I can eat really fast. I'm gonna need some more soul sand to get sieved up to get more gas tiers to make the other things, and then I'll go fight the dragon and get some dragon's breath. Be right back. Alrighty then, I'm upgrading our power production. We are going to do a 7x7 reactor cooled by water in the checkerboard pattern. There's probably more efficient ways to do it. I'm not sure what they are, and I'm not willing to look up the math. I figured I'd show off my new toy, the reservoir. You can toggle whether it empties or fills it, and it's basically a giant... what's that do? Refilling equipment. Oh. So sneak right click toggles whether or not refills equipment. And it's a bauble. Interesting. So yeah, it's basically a large bucket, and it can work for more than just water. It can work for basically any fluid. So if, for example, I was using my teleposer, which requires a whole bunch of liquid enderium, and this is filled with it, it would automatically fill it, I think is how it works. Pretty cool. And yeah, you can toggle whether or not you're picking fluids up, too, so useful if you have to go to a trip to the Nether. They're pretty cheap to make, too. Obviously, the more expensive ones are kind of, well, expensive, but outside of that, not so bad. Here, let's just go like that. Let's go grab one of these. We're going to, again, probably upgrade this to a 9x9 and 11x11, and by the time we're at 11x11, I hope we're going to be at the point where we can have better means of power production. Alrighty then, I gotta go fill this in, make this look nice again. Be right back. That's hilarious. Ow, cut that out. Alright, I gotta go do stuff. Alrighty then, it is time for us to progress to the next part of Stone Block. the part where we get crazy contraptions going, and oh wait, we've already done that, haven't we? Well, the point is that we are low on one very crucial ingredient to progressing. Let's open up the quest book, take a look. So, like, start a stone block, we got that bit. But power generation, we're more or less good. Like, this stuff I haven't looked at because I assume it just takes tons of those materials we gotta mine up with the void ore miners. We did mystical agriculture. Storage, we're not doing AEE, other than maybe to complete the quest, so there's no real point in this. So all that's left really is the Draconic Evolution and Project E quest lines, including this stuff over here, which I'm classifying like that. And you know what all these have in common? They all take nether stars. Lots and lots and lots of nether stars. So, I have built... sorry about that pause there. I've built a wither killer over here. We built this thing a while back, but I was just using it to manually kill the... Yeah, I was just using it to manually kill the things. Actually, where's the flux plug on this? Or is this... No, this is just manual. Huh, cool. So, like, we can kill the withers. The issue is getting them. And that is where I believe my final solution... Not my final solution. My solution has come into play. Why is there a missing factory? Here, let me grab one. So, I went to the end. I got some of the Dragon's Breath. We're going to need this for a couple things. Primarily, we're going to want it for... Not for that. Where is it? You know, it was around here somewhere. Yeah, the Ender Star. Because for this, with this, we can make the Philosopher's Stone. That's probably what I'm going to be going for next, because I want to get into Project E stuff. However, we also need another star to do that. So, in order to get another star, you gotta spawn the wither, kill him. We can automate the killing, so the issue is automating the spawning. Fortunately, look what I found. Yoink. So we have a mob imprisonment tool. Imprisonment? I don't know how we pronounce that. We got a wither skeleton in a safari net, right? So, if we use industrial forge going's means of auto-spawning them, we have to constantly supply it essence, which you get from Mob Grinder, I think. That sounds like a pain, right? So let's look up at some other methods. If we could kill this guy and guarantee that we would get his mob soul, we could use a Draconic Evolution stabilized spawner. That's not too bad, and it can always be upgraded, so that's cool. But I think I have figured out a different manner. Another option would be the Ender IO powered spawner, but Ender IO is kind of sucky right now, so I'm not going to use it. Actually Additions allows you to actually. It's got a whole bunch of stuff, and somewhere in this mess, I'm probably not going to look at it, or not going to find it just by scrolling through it like I am right now, but somewhere in here is an item called the Spawner Changer. It allows you to change a spawner into whatever the spawner changer is. So we could change a vanilla spawner into a wither skeleton spawner, then I think we could upgrade it to a draconic spawner. I think. I'm not sure. Like, I went through the book. Here, let's go open it real quick. Come on. Where is it? Stabilize mob spawner. So we don't want that. So I believe, I read through this, that if you just upgrade it, but you don't break it and move it, it will still spawn what that is. So we can test this out by getting ourselves some cores, right? So let's just get a basic core. We'll use a wyvern core if we need to. And then, yeah, we can just have something that automatically kills the thing. So we're going to go to the Nether with the Draconic Core, and we're going to stabilize a mob spawner, and we're going to see if it still keeps spawning without being moved, because then we could use a spawner mover, like, where is it? I had it around here somewhere. One of these things. A diamond chest transporter allows you to move spawners around. So here, let's go to the Nether and test this out. So we use the spawner changer. We got to mine up spawners to get the spawner shards anyway, and get a block of empowered diamond. That's a empowered, actually, Additions diamond, mind you. So here, back into the Nether. There you go. So, got a spawner over here, right? What happens? Ow. You know what? This gas is going to be annoying. Let's go kill it. I love the jetpack. So powerful. Just get rid of this guy too. Makes hunting up those gas tiers real easy, but I was just sieving soul sand anyways. So we right click on it. Ooh, that did break it. And then we pop it down. Is it gonna spawn? Okay, it did spawn. Very nice. So this is just a test right now. If we then right-click, if we then break it and place it, yeah, the soul is gone. On the other side, I think that was a quest? Yeah. Not this thing, other one. My inventory is so full of junk again, no. So yeah, let's claim that loot chest. What's it? Nether Star Crux, yes! That's exactly what I needed. Because I wanted to make Nether Star Seeds to automate this whole this whole process, but we couldn't really do that. But now we can. Cool. So, like, the trick was I was going to use a Tinker's Construct cleaver with beheading on it, right? Because that gives you a good chance of, you know, beheading the mob skull off it, right? Like, what is the thing with this? Like a 50% chance, because every modifier that I put on this, and I used paper for it, is beheading. So, I should have embossed it with a beheading trait. I didn't, though. So we can absolutely just, we have to find, like, 4 more spawners or something. Like, we break a spawner. That gives us the spawner shards somewhere, right? And we're full. Our inventory is full of junk again. Here, you know what? We don't need these manuals on us anymore. Yeah, we have a broken spawner over here, plus some spawner shards. So we gotta find a whole bunch of spawners. And then we should grab another mob spawner using a core on it, and that will drop it once, allow us to move it, and then we move that to the new location. It does mean I'm probably going to have to find a new fortress, because I think I used up the 2 spawners that were in this one, so be right back. Alrighty then, in order to finish making the spawn changer, here, let's look it up, spawner changer, this thing over here, in order to finish it, we need a block of empowered diamantine. So we need the empowerer. I've set this thing up before, but today I'm going to automate it. So, let me quickly show off what I've gotten together. We have an energy cell up over here with a flux plug providing it, or flux point providing it all the power it needs. We got 4 storage drawers over here and a strongbox, and these are going to feed into here. We're going to have it where this one feeds this, and this one feeds that, and this thing feeds the center, because the center needs an input-output, and the rest of these just need to be inputs. So, let's go configure this on camera, shall we? Let's have this be the first one, right? So, we want it to insert on green, extract on brown, always active. So then this guy over here, we want to extract on green, insert on brown. Right? And we're going to switch it from always active to active with signal. Right? Let's just confirm this one's right. Extracts on brown, inserts on green. Extracts on green, inserts on brown. Okay. And then we'll just have a redstone conduit in here somewhere and run that line somewhere else. Here, let's clear this off over there, because every time I press shift, all that blue text appears. So now items will try to go in from here into here when that has a redstone signal. Then when they're finished in here, they'll go back into here. I might have to use a filter. Let's see, should be an item filter around here somewhere. Yeah, just a basic item filter. How do we not have a million hoppers already? So you just stick your basic item filter into here somewhere. Boop. And that way we'll only just set it to a whitelist for now. So now it will only insert appropriate stuff, which will be the empowered stuff we want. Cool. Okay, so then we basically gotta do the same thing for each of these. We'll pick a different color. Red, green, yellow, orange, whatever. Doesn't matter. Be right back. Alrighty then. I've done a little more work off camera. I have more or less cleaned up this room, added a lever and redstone control. Most important thing is we have got all the ingredients necessary to test this baby out. I added in a little thing over here, just push the button, boom. Any block you place or stuff you throw on the ground there is great. I haven't yet figured out, I guess I could use that dislocator stopper block that Draconic Evolution added. That's probably be how I do it, then you can just throw whatever you want down there and the dislocator won't pick it up. Anyways, let's go test this guy out. So the trick is that you would stick this in here, one of these 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 in here. Now we throw the lever. Oh yeah, it worked perfectly the first time. Oh boy, here it comes. Here it comes. Any second now. So this is fully automatable then, because you can just throw in a stack of all these ingredients and it will do them one after the other after the other. It will take time, that's how the Empowerer works, but yeah, this is fully automated now. Boop. And there it is, right back in there. Awesome. So now, I believe we have all the ingredients we need in order to do the thingy and get the thing. So let's get the spawner changer. Because I mined these up in the Nether, just killed magma cubes with this, and just made this thing. Spawner changer. So now, let's hope this works. I've got most of the stuff we wanted over in here. So here, let's go check this guy out. Spawner changer is an item that can be used to manipulate the mobs that the spawners spawn. This can be accomplished by first of all picking up the desired mob to spawn with the changer, killing it in the process. Next, the changer can be right-clicked on the spawner, causing the spawner to be changed and the changer itself to be destroyed. This process probably won't work with every type of mob, though. So for example, we couldn't just have the spawner spawn withers. I'm pretty sure those are special. Although, RF Tools does add its own spawner block, which can be used to spawn the wither without the explosion. Anyways, I believe this should work just fine with one of these. Yep, so now it's a wither skeleton, and we have the mob imprisonment tool, should we want it for anything, like shoving it in our system. Okay, cool. So now, this is where we gotta be careful. See, we're gonna place down a spawner that we picked up, this guy over here, currently it's a blaze spawner, right-click on it with the wither skeleton, and hopefully it starts spawning wither skeletons. Then from there, we're going to right-click on it with one of the draconic cores. That drops it again, then we can pick it up. And if we have a powerful enough core, like an awakened core, or we can upgrade it to an awakened core, we should be able to do stuff. Obviously, that's not happening for a while because you need awakened draconium for this, and that's a whole process. Although it's not that bad, actually. Maybe we look into that. Here, so we want these wyvern injectors. That takes a wyvern core, so that's a nether star right there. So we'll start off with just a wyvern. So, an issue is that in 1.7, I don't know if this applies in 1.12, but in 1.7, if you place down a wither skeleton spawner in the overworld, it only spawned normal skeletons. If you did it in the nether, then they were wither skeletons. If that becomes a thing, I might do something with witch water, because with witch water, if a skeleton goes through it, it turns into a wither skeleton. Anyways, let's go. I had an idea. I was going to set up a spawner room up over here, so let's go take a look. We have access? We do not. I think we have access over here. Yeah. So we'll just have to run back here when we want something. So this is going to be the spawner and killing chamber. I'm probably going to need to use vector plates. So let's take a look. Vector plates. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch. What's it take to make them better? You need dark sugar. Here. There's now faster vector plates. There we go, a stack of that. What do you need for this? Like just withered dust, which is just this. We don't really have enough of it, but that's fine. We'll have plenty more when we want it. Plus, these things aren't that bad. Like, that moved us pretty quickly. The green ones are pretty slow, but these are perfectly acceptable. So let's go get ourselves some factory blocks for this. And we're almost out of factory blocks again. I'm amazed how quickly we chew through these things. But there we go, that should be enough. We're almost done using the second diamond chisel we accidentally made. So here, let's just go place down the floor. You know what? I'm going to go design the room off camera. Be right back. Okay then, I have constructed a dark room. Here, let me go make it visible for a minute. So, the way this thing here is going to work is we got vector plates down over here. I made the floor dirt in case we want to take off the vector plates and convert it to a cursed earth farm later. We got two types of killing systems. We got an automatic user using that cleaver I made. The cleaver is not unbreakable, so it will eventually break, but it does have a pretty good durability and a decently high beheading chance. Like beheading 5, so 50% chance of getting skull, I think. So that's cool. Then, yeah, we got an item collector over there. We're not going to bother with the XP. If it turns out that the rates are too high for us, we're going to use the Draconic Evolution grinder over here. Set that up. So I think the plan is going to be to set up the, oh cool, oh, that's interesting. Alright then. So the plan is going to be to set up the mob spawner directly on the ceiling, because wither skeletons are 3 blocks tall, and they'll all come towards over here. Should be good. Yeah. Alright, so without further ado, let's do this. So, first things first, we are up over here, and gotta be careful how we place this. I think, yep, right up there. So now that's going to try and spawn blazes. Spawner changer, go. Boom, wither skeletons. So right now it's kind of bright around it. Upgrade it to wyvern. This might make it drop again. Ow. Yeah, it dropped. Okay. Ow. Gotta make sure it's the right spot, because we can't move this once we place it. Stop it. My jetpack is just ever so subtle lag. Okay, so now we do that. And now let's get up over here. Let's see what rates we get. Because if I recall correctly, according to the information tablet... Here we go, where is it? Stabilized spawner. So the Wyvern spawner will only spawn if their spawn requirements are met. So it needs grass for cows, pigs, etc., darkness for monsters. It spawns up to 6 mods at a time with a delay between 5 and 20 seconds. Does not require a nearby player, so this will constantly run. Assuming it ever decides to run, because for some reason it's not running. Like, hey, yeah, you want to spawn eventually? Like, here, we're in the dark room now. This is such a bad idea. Oh, we do need a block behind there. That's letting in a lot of light. That's frustrating. Here, let's just go. So reset this back one block. Right now, this is our item collection system. So, once we seal this up, that should do it. Look how dark it is in there. YouTube probably can't see a thing. Like, I see the flames. It's trying to spawn, but it can't. Maybe vector plates don't count as good spawning area? Now, let's just remove the plates for just a second here, see what happens. It's only a wyvern tier, so we should be able to do stuff with it. We're nearby. It doesn't even need us to be nearby for it to spawn. And... maybe because it's up on the ceiling it can't. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ow. Like here. Hold on for a second. Maybe it's trying to spawn them, but because they're 3 blocks tall, they would spawn in the ceiling, so we need to remove the ceiling and go up a few blocks. Be right back. Alright, I think that did it. I've gotten a bunch of them to spawn now. For some reason it's going slowly, though. I was expecting greater rates for something that's supposed to be really good, but I guess this is only a wyvern tier spawner. So the vector plates are leading it to the to this guy over here. He has decently good durability, and he's going to level up a whole bunch from this, so I'm not too concerned about making him unbreakable. And look at that, 9 wither skeleton skulls. We got drops of evil, so we could turn that into cursed earth if we wanted to. Because cursed earth mob spawners are pretty good. Although I'm not sure if that's still a feature or not. The wither skeleton fragments are also useful. Like, there's no other reason for them other than to increase... I'm sorry, I'm doing a whole bunch. The only thing you can do with these things is to turn them into more wither skeleton skulls, so we'll set up an automated system for that eventually. But right now, we got a whole bunch. Aw, yeah. And in fact, I want to check something out here. Oh, lag spike. Okay, so Nether stars can only be obtained either by killing the wither or uncompressing a block of them, which, you know, we can't really... oh, it does have an EMC value. I guess nether stars do. And then there's these nether star shards, which is these nether star essences. So we got this from a quest, so what's it take to make the seeds? Because we have the tier 6 crafting, so all we need is 4 nether stars, and we can get auto-farming these. So we don't have to fight 1,000,001 withers. And look, here's the thing. So maybe let's go get that going. Here. Let's go get the soul sand we'll need. Like, do I want to try fighting a wither? I think it's time for the rematch. Oh, yeah. Alright, here. Let's not do it in a dimension we care about, right? Or should we? No. Definitely not doing it at our base. We'd go tunnel somewhere. In fact, I have a place. So I was going to tunnel over here back in the old days, but I ran into an issue with those things were still spawning because I thought that area I dug out that became our base was worthless. So now we have this giant tunnel that leads to nowhere. Or does it? Alright, here we go. Oh, what's that? I'm too powerful for you now? Yeah, that's what I thought. That was nothing. Take that, Wither. I have redeemed myself. Although, where's your stuff go? Did it explode? Yeah, I don't care. Boom. That is how you do another Wither fight. In case you're wondering where all the cobblestone goes, it goes into the satchel. I already showed that off, but in case you missed that. Alright, let's head over to the Wither Killer. So it doesn't actually really matter how we spawn this guy in here. Like, because he falls down and goes centered anyways, so we can do that. And that. And that. Boom. Yeah, that's how you do it. Just look at this. It's so good. Like, seriously, this is pretty awesome for us, because now we can make those seeds, I think. Because we already made the tier 6 crafting seed for the quest line, for the quests. So if we look at Nether Star Seed. Look, here's the crux. Granted, we can't reproduce that, maybe? I don't think. Like, it takes 2 Nether Stars and these Withering Souls and Insanium. But if we try and make this, wow, we had all that we needed. And then we get some dirt. I don't think you can bone meal these crops, but let's check that out, because if we could, that might be a little overpowered. So, as far as I understand it, it works like this. You gotta place the crux down over here, then the dirt, then you gotta till the dirt. Do we not have a hoe on us? What happened to our mattock? I think we put it in a chest and forgot about it. Let's go make ourselves a hoe. So then, you till the grass, plant it. It is 100% immune to that. Okay. So now comes the question. Can this be auto-farmed using the garden clutches? This is like the moment of truth here, because do we go the spawn and kill withers for nether stars route, or do we use this thing? There is no option, I think, for, yeah. So what happens if we, oh wow, it straight up doesn't go in. I think it might be banned from, nope, it goes in the bottom. But yeah, there's no slot to put this underneath, so we can't do that. So we have to farm these in real world. So do we have a harvester? Crop harvester from industrial craft, creative harvester. Cyclic adds a thing. Because, like, I'm thinking the MFR harvester is plus a ton of, like, fake imaginary time blocks to just grow this thing 1,000,001 times. Or if not, it's just a useful seed, right? Like, I mean, nether stars are no longer an issue for us because we just automated wither skeleton skull collection. Like, I would genuinely have no problem just... Here, where's that hoe? Yeah, there you go. Here, it's probably gonna need some room. Just, yeah. Alright, cool. I think that is gonna do it for this episode, though. Thank you all for watching. See you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. Hold on. One more thing. So I noticed with this stone block series, if you're not interested in just me talking, if you only are here for the progress, you can go now. But if you're interested in me talking, here's something I noticed. So I was looking through my video analytics recently, and I noticed basically every single episode of Stone Block has a dislike. And I was kind of curious about that. Like, there aren't any real comments saying that they disliked this because of this or that, so I was curious. What do you dislike about this series? Like, I'm not talking to whoever disliked, just what could I improve with this series? Obviously, my mic could be better. You'll notice in earlier episodes I was still having that annoying issue with the microphone that I have since fixed. Obviously, another thing I can improve upon is having a better plan for each episode, because right now I'm basically playing and pressing record occasionally while I play. But what do you want to see? What would you like in this series? Because at the end of the day, it's nice to have people watching, and I'd like to keep people happy, right? So let me know in the comments. What is it that you would like to see in this series of Stone Block, and in future series as well? Anyways, thank you all for listening. I'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.